if God is for us, who can be against us, as the Bible teaches us? An excellent article for the Christmas season and the New Year, and I wish you all health, happiness, prosperity, God's protection in the coming days, in the coming of God to earth and our life. The mystery of God's coming to earth, incarnation, urges us to live the Christmas celebration as it is upon us. And this coming is a fundamental starting point that deepens the meaning of our life and existence and renews our faith and hope in the living presence of God in us and around us. The Church solemnly proclaims that God became man so that man might become God. This truth illuminates the darkest part of our lives. This faith becomes a source of joy, which opens the door of our experience to the transcendent world of God. The Gospels describe in simple colors the paradoxical birth of Christ, the expectation and the fulfillment of the prophecies. The fathers of the Church enlightened on the incarnation of God. The hymnographers ecstatically praise the condescension and descent of God, but also the rise of man. The Creator becomes a creation human. The invisible is seen, and the divine God presence, which is without beginning, is palpated. The incorporeal God takes on a human body, and the God without end, without beginning, his earthly life begins as a God-man. Thus, when the fullness of time came, quote unquote, God came down from the height of heaven, that is, from the inconceivable mystery of his freedom and love, to unite with human nature. And not in the ecstasy of nature, he partook of the eternal of clothing. It enters our own reality into our being and into our lives. God chose the darkest point in history to fulfill his promises in a place and in a way that amazes us. The incomprehensible and paradoxical way in which God came to our earth, but also comes every time in our lives, overturns human facts and confirms that the impossible with man is possible by God. The birth of Christ, quote, gave the world the light of knowledge, unquote, because it revealed the image of God and the perfect man. Such knowledge is light of the soul. This is why the incarnation of God as a knowledge of the absolute truth cannot be compared to any other knowledge and truth of the world, since it assures us that heaven has come down to earth and man has found what he so persistently sought. The birth of Christ and the rebirth of man. We, the faithful, are called to experience this mystery of history as a miracle of our own existence and life, because as long as the Sun of Righteousness, S-U-N, because he's the light, does not rise in our soul, we seek in vain to find in the world the made king of the vision of the prophecies and the certainty of the scriptures. The birth of Christ is a constant invitation to be spiritually reborn. Spiritual rebirth is an existential event. It's a great miracle since man becomes a new person. An eminent theologian with his Roman thought connects the spiritual rebirth of man with the image of God as a child, quote unquote, when he writes, the words Theos and child are revealed, God and child are revealed in the mystery of Christmas. In a way, it's a mystery addressed to the child who continues to live secretly within each adult, to the child who continues to hear that the adult has stopped listening and who responds with joy, to the adult within the overripe, tired, and cynical world that lives unable to feel. After all, Christ tells us in his gospel, become like children, Matthew 2:3. With his phrase, he not only alludes to lost innocence and innocence, but motivates us to realize that every time we become like children, we are spiritually reborn, since we find that we have lost what we have lost, that is, the ability to surrender to what we love and trust. This is the only way we live in transcendence, the miracle, the mystery. Dear brothers, let's not mourn the secular celebration of Christmas, the fragmented image of the world around us, and the tarnished image of God within us, came to be gathered together and replaced by the Lord born in a cave and rocked in a manger. If this shocks us, we will be reborn within ourselves, and then we can hope that the world around us will also change. Amen. This is by preacher Archimandrite Nicanor Karagiannis. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. A Merry Christmas season and Happy New Year to all of you. P.S. it says, holiday joy, day of joy. We can also have humor, and you can watch some nice humorous videos. Laugh a lot too. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box